Well, Casey, you walk in the door today, and looky what we have here on Saturday. A loaded high school baseball schedule, and I could really get used to this, by the way.
Oh, I know you could. It's that time of year, Chuck, and O'Connor's having a great year. They did have that long home win streak snapped, but they're still right there. They're a half game behind Holmes for tops in 27-6A.
Yeah, and Warren not out of the race by any stretch either. Just a game out of the 4 spot in that league. And the Warriors get a scratch in the very first frame. Matthew Valeg, base knock that scores Starkey Davila. But the Panthers took the lead in their half of the third. Sterling Malish, he steps on this one. It's down and it's extra bases. Jonathan Tapia comes around to score, and that made it a 1-1 ball game. Jonathan in no hurry to score, as you see. A bit later, Bo Gonzalez. Bam! That's a 2-bagger as well. Ropes a shot down the line, and that's going to score Malish. We had Reese Biela on the mound coming down to nail it down. 4 innings of scoreless relief. Sidearm dish it nasty, getting some help from his buddy Tapia at shortstop. That's a beautiful play. O'Connor back at first place with a tie with Holmes thanks to a 6-1 victory. And there's something to be said about making the most of your opportunities. A couple of years ago, Rougned Odor wasn't even on the Rangers roster radar, but because of mass injury at the second base spot, he was thrust into a situation maybe before he was ready. But he did a very solid job at the end of the 2014 season. So they handed him the job in 2015, and right out of the gate, he was awful. Wasn't hitting his weight, looked like he didn't even belong in the big leagues. But he went down to the farm, got himself right, and in the second half of the season was maybe the Rangers' toughest out. Can you tell us how your spring... You ever heard one of those stories where a famous person dies and you think to yourself, I thought that person was already dead? Well, no, Augie Garrido is not dead, far from it. But if there is such a thing as the College Baseball Hall of Fame, and there is, wouldn't you think that Augie Garrido already would be in it? Well, he will be finally in July. Garrido is going into the College Baseball Hall of Fame along with J.D. Drew, Rick Monday, and Tom Paciorek. Garrido is the winningest D1 coach in college baseball history.
Is that a word? Winningest?
It is tonight.
All right.
He has led 100, actually he's led 15 teams to the College World Series, only seems like 100, and he's won 5 titles at both UT and Cal State Fullerton. The College Baseball Hall of Fame, by the way, is located right up the road in Lubbock, if you were ever wandering that way. 38-0 at home this year, 47 straight dating back to last year. And the Warriors finally lost a game at home last night, so the Spurs, the last of the Mohicans in that regard this year, hosting a super talented Toronto team tonight at the AT&T Center. I spoke too soon. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry resting tonight for the Raptors. So no problem for the Spurs winning another home game you'd expect. That was Kawhi Leonard. Big night for him so far, 31 points. Manu Ginobili also chipping in as well. There's another 3. And how about one for the rodeo? Danny Green to beat the first quarter clock. Leans into one, but it's been Kawhi and Aldridge tonight. Of the 98 points the Spurs have had, and it's late, those guys have got 62 of them.